What's going on, Mayhem Mafia? Welcome back to the Swamp Deck. I'm your favorite BOP agent. That's right, it's Sarge Mayhem. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and we're gonna get right into this week's video. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, guys, welcome back to the Swamp Deck. We're gonna be talking about a gun that we put together. Just like most of our other guns, pretty much everything on this came from Brownells because that's where I get my gats, glass, and brass. But this week's code of the week is going to be... That is because we have our man Trigger Dad, the wizard of the Cerakote colors, up on the tube. Go ahead and give him a like, subscribe, notification. It's Trigger Daddy on Instagram. Go ahead and hit him up on the gram. He has all kinds of cool builds and paint schemes that he does. You think I do good with the rattle can, he puts me to shame, and I love it. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the gun that we're talking about. That's the 1022 build I did. I wanted a lightweight gun. This one wasn't meant for like precision or anything per se. I mean, it is pretty precise, but this is more my precision gun when I'm cutting cards or whatever kind of crazy nonsense I'm doing. That's the gun I run. I also have another 1022 that's built more for precision, but I wanted a lightweight gun that I can move very quickly from one target area to another, and I think I did it with this. This gun's coming in at about 3.5 pounds. I really like how it collapses down, which is one of the things I wanted it to do. Very, very fun gun to shoot, very cheap gun to shoot, not the cheapest gun to build, but if you use that code, you get that gats, glass, and brass from Brownells, it could be a little cheaper. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and roll the footage on putting this guy together. All right, guys, welcome back. We are on the bench, and we're gonna swap these barrels out. Why am I doing this? Because this barrel is very, very heavy, and this is supposed to be more of a race gun. In other words, can move it very quickly. So let's get into this. First, we gotta take this chassis off, and we don't have to take the chassis off, we just gotta take it out of the chassis. So I'm gonna give you an overhead view here. There we go. So right here is a screw that we gotta take out. So we're gonna find the correct fit. Don't just put it in there and it has a bunch of wobble and you're like, oh yeah, that's got to be it. No, make sure it's the correct fit. You don't want to wear these things out and then you can't ever use it again without getting a new screw, which is always fun. So I'm gonna get that guy out. Okay, come on. All right, now the trick with 1022s that a lot of people don't realize is that when you're actually taking the receiver out, there is a certain position for your safety. If it's all the way on one side or another, this will not come out. So you got to kind of put it in the middle. And if you get it right, it'll come out. So let's go ahead and attempt to do this. I think it's right about there. Okay, and just like that, bam, look at there. Okay, now we have the whole chassis, which is very light. I don't have any kind of special receiver right now. I think this one is just a regular Ruger. I'm working on trying to get a Powder River Precision to go for this because I think that would be a good matchup, but for now, this is what I got. So right now I got 2 screws, the undo, which connect the receiver to the actual, well, the barrel to the receiver. There you go. This is a weird angle that they do on this. Okay, pretty long screws. You can see the screws right here. So that's what we're taking out. So what I'll end up doing is taking this barrel and just putting it onto Tactical Turkey's 1022. It's still a really good barrel, very accurate. especially for its cost. I think I got it on one of the sales for like $100. That's a great deal. Got it from, you guessed it, Brownells. So we're going to go ahead and take that off, which will allow us to pull our barrel out. There we go. Cool. We're looking in here. There is some stuff in there. So I might go ahead and just give her a clean while I do this. But I'll do that because I got to tear all this apart anyway. I'm just going to keep going and show you how to assemble this. Basically now all you got to do, put new barrel in. Snug fit as they usually are. Then I'm going to put that bracket back in once I make sure everything is in alignment. Okay, then I put those 2 screws back in. Bam, put it back into the chassis. But since I'm here, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead, pull this back off. This is a Taxol barrel, by the way, from, you guessed it, Brownells. And we're going to go ahead and separate the trigger group from the receiver. That's these 2 pins here. So you can pop those out most of the time. Pretty easy. This time we're going to be a little tougher, huh? Nope, there's one. Okay. Come on. You're making me look bad. All right, let me find a punch. Come on, you. This one doesn't want to go, huh? Likes to be home. I'm just trying to move it to break it free, but it doesn't seem like it wants to. So we're going to see if it needs a little bit of a help, and it does. So we gave it a little bit of a tap. Okay. We can't push that through. There we go. Awesome. Almost, huh? Man, this one's stubborn. This one is very stubborn. But it would appear to be out. Okay. It's always got to be something, right? Always got to be something. None of these videos ever go the way that they're supposed to. Come on, man. Oh, we're going to be relentless with this one, eh? All right. Well, let's see what kind of attitude adjustment we can get it. Okay, put that in. Just like that. That one was stubborn. Holy crap. All right, so now I have the trigger assembly. I got those 2 pins, don't lose those. Push that to the side. Now I have to get my bolt out. The way that we're going to do that, oh yeah, she needs a little bit of a bath. So we'll go ahead and give it to her. Okay, we're gonna come back. And then, once we're back, it should drop free just like that. Bolt comes out. Now my other assembly comes out. Now we're here, and it's time to clean this girl up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a quick bath, and we'll put her back together. Stay tuned. All right, so now we need to get everything back together, but while we're doing that, we want to lubricate. I use the best stuff on earth. That's right, Clenzoil. I love this stuff. But what I did is I got some of these syringes and I put it in there for my needler so I can get a big bottle and use that. So I put some on a Q-tip. Now I'm just going to go and rub it all over. The bolt seems pretty good, pretty smooth altogether. The inside of the receiver, you know, you could feel the roughness in there. That's why when people upgrade and they go for like Powder Precision or some of these other Volkortsen, those kind of companies, they make a much better product when it comes to even the Brownells, much better product than the roughness on the inside of the receiver. So that'll be a future upgrade, but right now we have what we have, and that's what we're going to use. Here's my charging handle. As you see, that charging handle gets a lot of wear, so we're just going to make sure that it is also lubricated. Cool. Now we're going to lubricate the inside of the receiver. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but that's rough sounding. Clenzoil helps out a lot, but Jesus. Okay. Alright, so we got all that. Now, let's put this girl back together. Okay, that drops in. It has its little notch to go into back here, right back here. Okay, I'm just going to kind of drop it in there. Now, what I got to do is I got to try and pull this back. Okay, and then drop my bolt in. Get it to set onto. Come on, you. Nope, just skipped it. There we go. There we go. Now I got my movement. Okay, cool. That's all good to go. Now we got to put our trigger pack back in. And I have my 2 pins. So I'm going to get those going. Now I'm lucky on these, believe it or not. A lot of times, one of people's biggest issues with the 1022s is those receiver pins just fall out. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now we got our light barrel. Let's go ahead and put that light barrel back on. Get in there. Tight fit. There we go. Okay, make sure I'm lined up. Everything seems to go well there. Let's put our bracket back on. Then we'll run our screws. Get it on there. There we go. And we'll run that screw down, and we'll run the other screw down. And guess what, guys? We are almost done. This is how easy it is to work on these things. There's a couple little things that you need to know, just like anything else. Little tricks and tips to make stuff easier. But overall, 1022s are very reliable, very easy to work on, very easy to customize, and can get quite expensive. But all in all, it is a great gun, especially if you're wanting to learn how to work on guns. Excuse me. This is a great gun to start with. They're not very expensive. You can use it a lot of places. It's only a 22. You can work with the kids on it, you know, learning how to do fundamentals and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we cut cards with them. You can make precision ones out of them. You can make all kinds of different challenged guns. Like I said, there's guns where you see these people, like Pineapple Shooter. She runs a gun and literally you'll hear the bully box go off, boop, ting, 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 and it's like, what the hell just happened? So There's all kinds of things that you can do with these. We really like it to be more lightweight, right? Because if you're trying to run a gun that fast, you have all that weight downrange, and trying to do a little bit more of a balance here. Okay. Hit my settings. Okay, this is always tricky. There we go, because of the angle. There we go. Okay, cool. Torqued in. It's starting to come together, guys. All right, last part. Let's put her back into her home. Okay, so remember, if you have issues with this part, check that safety. Make sure that safety is in the middle, okay? Not all the way to one side or not. It can get a little tricky there, okay? Then we'll just rock this girl back in. There we go. Cool, flip it back over. We'll put our bolt back in. And I need you, and I need you. Nope, wrong one. Like I said, make sure you guys get the right sizes. Wrong one. Okay, where's that other one? Oh, there you are. Hidden. Cool. Get that guy on there. Tighten that down. Awesome. Get our torques ready. Cool. Get in there. There we go. Get the old barrel out of the way. And guess what? This became a hell of a lot lighter. I really like this. Now check that out. Ain't that pretty slick, huh? Fold her up. Extend her out. Very, very, very light. I really like this. This is cool. This is really cool. The Vendetta is the maker of the chassis by Hersey Design. Hersey, something like that. Everything else is basically the Ruger 1022 receiver and trigger pack. The barrel, like I said, is a Taxol. The receiver and the barrel came from Brownells. The stock came from Brownells. It was when you get the receiver, it doesn't come with the stock. So I got the stock. I wanted, because of the Picatinny, I wanted it to be able to fold. So there we go. It is very, very nice. I like how it all just comes right to you. Good height on this optic. I'm sure that's the question everybody's asking, what optic. This is some, I don't even know, because I've painted it so many times. It is not a well-known great optic. Don't get your panties in a bunch. This is a temporary placement. Okay, we're going to be doing some upgrades later. Like I said, we got to change out the receiver eventually, and that optic will get changed as well. But for now, it's a 22. I mean, that should hold 0. It held it on the PCC, so should be fine. Now that we got this together, let's go do some testing. Let's zero this thing in, and then let's give some thoughts. All right, guys, roll that beautiful range footage. All right, guys, so we got the build done. Now it's time to zero. So this is at just over 25 yards. Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty much good for it. It's not a really good optic. Like I said, this is just a placeholder. I'm gonna get another one, probably like a Swamp Fox or maybe a Gideon or something like that. If I go Swamp Fox, obviously, I'll be going through Brownells. So got this guy pretty much ready. I'm gonna go put up some steel and we'll shoot that, see how good it is. All right, let's do it. All right, so we got a little bit of wind going east to west, or west to east, sorry, west to east. But we're gonna see what we can do with this anyway. Looks good. Let's go back to the swamp deck. Let's talk about this. All right, so you guys saw the video. Try to make it as short and sweet as possible. Didn't exactly work out. Hopefully you got some good benefit out of that video. I was able to take this gun to 2A day and test it on the speed, moving from one area to another because we had some steel out there. It performed phenomenally. I really, really, really enjoy this gun. It's fun to shoot. It's very cheap to shoot, especially with that the brass from Brownells on the cheap. With that said, I really, really, really am ecstatic on how it came out, and now I just gotta either rattle can it myself or send it to my man Trigger Dad and let him do some cerakote work, because we just gotta make it a little more personal. This is a little bland, but it was the mock-up. We were just trying to see what the hell was going on. Works phenomenally, so we're gonna go ahead and start putting some color on that girl. Looking forward to next week's video. We're gonna be talking about 2A day and the fun times that we had out there. That was also sponsored by Brownells, who really supports the 2A community. Do all your shopping through Brownells. Use that code. That's the code of the week. Till next week, I'll see you guys. I'm Sarge Mayhem, and I'm out.